I read that you were the 23rd best prospect in the country coming out of Pickerington Central, and you were the co-player of the year for Ohio. You're is that senior or junior? Senior year?
Um, Senior year, yes.
Okay. And first team All-State 3 years in a row. So tell me, I know you had big time schools looking at you like Duke and Notre Dame and Purdue and Stanford, pretty much, who's who of women's basketball, everybody but UConn,
Yeah,
I think. But
yeah,
so tell me, how difficult of a decision was it, and how long did you take? I think as a junior, you committed to OSU, but
yeah,
tell me a little bit
yeah.
about that process.
Well, like as a kid, you like I got my first offers in the seventh and eighth grade, and that's pretty early for that process to start. And uh, it's it's a stressful process that a lot of people look at and they go, oh, you should just be grateful that you're having these opportunities, and 100% you should be. But what a lot of adults don't understand is like how much of a head game it is for a lot of young kids who have all this on their shoulders and a huge decision to make. So for me, it was a very grueling process of figuring out, what was best. But just I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so when you have to play in front of all those coaches and stuff like that, like any high competitive person, they have that sort of drive. Playing in those sort of situations, you either thrive in it or you break in it. And so for any kid really going through the process, it's a lot more difficult than what most understand. But
Was it
like
was
you
it overwhelming?
said, yeah, it was for me. And
Yeah.
I wish I knew, I wish I had somebody to help me out a little bit with it, as far as what to expect and how to sit down and make the best decision and not make an impulsive decision, or not make a decision just because you're done with the process and you don't want to do it anymore.
Sure.
How to not, how to really look at it and see what school is the best fit for you, not what is the best fit for everyone else. So it is overwhelming, but at the same time, I don't want to take away from the fact that any kid in that situation should be extremely, grateful for the opportunity, because a lot of kids would kill to be in that position.
Yeah. And did you visit all those campuses?
Yeah, and that was an awesome experience. I think some of my visits were to Notre Dame. Went to a football game there, and that, you know, Notre Dame football game is pretty awesome. Doesn't quite, match up to an Ohio State football game, but it's a pretty cool experience. Another favorite visit of mine was Duke. I got to do one of the Duke, North Carolina games on my visit, which was insane.
Wow.
So I got to do and see a lot of cool things at a lot of cool places.
So how did you ultimately make the final decision? I always wondered, the Columbus kids that end up at OSU, is it a lot of pressure from family and friends? Do you feel that? Or is it more of a, relief that you kind of, a lot about OSU already? So you think it's going to be an easier transition? Tell me a little bit about how you made the decision, because I know a lot of kids struggle with it. And like you said, it can be overwhelming. So what did you do to get through it?
Yeah, and that's it. You have a lot of different people in your ear at the same time. Sometimes the easiest decision isn't always the right decision.